Last weekend, we put out a video, what would happen if I did an FTP test every day for a week? It was a monster edit with tons of videos and data to sift through. We were super excited to get it out on the weekend. After we launched it, we noticed that some of the comments felt like we missed the mark. And so we decided to unlist the video, go in, read all of your comments. Needless to say, I'm very excited to present to you guys version 2 of what happens when you do an FTP test every day for a week.
Time to turn the brain off. Heart rate's not responsive at all. When I stand up, I basically have to sit down. Oh my God. Oh God, I gotta move. I feel dizzy. Oh my gosh.
What would happen if you did a 20-minute FTP all-out test every single day for 7 days? Yeah, an N=1 field test is exactly what I decided to do all last week, and I'm finally recovered enough to actually do a video about it. Would you get better? Would you get slower? Would you stay the same? There was a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of mental strength that had to be tuned into, and I think some pretty cool data that we're gonna dig into. So let's talk about the protocol that we're gonna use for our 20-minute test. First of all, I'm gonna work an entire day at the office doing all of my GCN duties. After that, I'm gonna get kitted up, and I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna warm up for 20 minutes. I'm gonna do a 1-minute effort to get my body moving, to get my blood pumping, and to get a little bit opened up. I'm gonna cool down, and then I'm gonna get to the base of the climb where I'm gonna start this 20-minute all-out effort as hard as I can go. I'll stop when I get to the top of a big local climb. After I'm there, I'm gonna look at the average power, and it's there that I'll be able to calculate 95% of my average power for the entire 20 minutes. That's gonna calculate my FTP on the day, and that's how we're gonna get our FTP number. Now, including all of that data, we're also gonna try to talk about everything that went into getting there, whether things like sleep, eating food, not eating food, being tired, life stressors, literally everything and anything I'm gonna try to tell you guys about that may contribute or take away from my ability to go as hard as I can out there during that effort. All right, now let's dig into what the route looks like.
So you start out down here at the river, you're here, and then you start to make a false flat uphill to a kicker that's about 30 seconds long. Then you false flat almost for 3.5, 4 more minutes before you make a right-hander. Now, as you make that right-hander, you're climbing slightly up this hill, make a quick right, a quick left. Now you're on the second little kicker of this. Again, continuing to go uphill. Once you kick up over this, you're at about 7.5 minutes. You're on some bumpy terrain. Then you make a quick left onto the belly of the climb. For some reason, every time I go through here, it stinks like skunks. There's a river right here, and I think the skunks made a home. You get up here, you make another left-hand turn. Once you're at this turn, then it turns over to dirt. And the finish is another left-hander off of the dirt onto the hill that is called Mud Hill, which tops out at just about 1,000 feet. So we gain almost 800 feet in elevation over the course of this 20 minutes. Not an exorbitant amount, but a pretty cool way to be able to get in an uninterrupted 20-minute effort right in town.
So let's stop lollygagging, let's get out there and make it happen.
So breakfast is done. I made it in about 10, it actually took me exactly 13 minutes, but it's delicious. It's got scrambled eggs, bacon, avocado, and some cheddar cheese on some almond flour tortillas. We're gluten-free over here, so gotta keep the gluten life strong. I'm gonna crush these, get ready for the ride, and see how we do here. The rain is holding out, so it should be a good day. I mean, it's not hot, which is good for this old off the couch body. I don't wanna be taking on something that I'm already gonna have a hard time with and overheating.
I realize that I should probably give some more details. I'm pretty much fresh off the couch with regards to how my fitness is. There's not a lot of fitnessing happening right now, but back in the day when I used to do tests like these, we did maybe 380s, 390s if I was good. Like I think if I went back and looked at the training diary, I would find that I did around 390 for 20. If we were on a good day, I would say 330 is what I'm shooting for. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna see what happens. I have no idea. It's worth a shot.
Ooh. All right, so the warm up is all done, about 25 minutes. Yeah, it's time to get into this first effort. "15 minutes in, 167 heart rate, 324 average watts. Oh man. Oh man, in the rain. Yeah, 40 degrees. I didn't do 20-minute efforts when I was racing. Oh God, I gotta move. I feel dizzy. Oh my gosh. Anyways, perceived exertion was how you would expect. 20-minute effort, super freaking hard, terrible pain everywhere in your body in the last, like, I want to say 5 minutes, but if I'm being honest, it was like 8 minutes. I didn't run out of ground, which I'm happy about. I thought I might be cutting it close with the 20-minute effort close to the house, but we executed that. Luckily, it's all downhill back home.
All right, so day 2, captain's log. I did not sleep good last night. That's a fact. We've been working late nights, and I woke up this morning. My legs are sore from yesterday. My back's slightly sore as well. But yeah, the sun is shining. I'm in shorts right now, but I don't think that I'm gonna be able to ride in shorts. Am I looking forward to this? Yes? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, we've got a 162 heart rate, 325 average, 8 minutes in. It's killing me. Okay, 14 minutes in, and 322 average, 162 heart rate. Holy shit. That was brutal. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. I just couldn't keep the power up. And the perceived exertion was like so much higher today. Not like through the roof, but I suffered badly in the last like 5, but the last 2-3 minutes I was really hurting to try to hit yesterday's power. 20 minutes is hard for me to focus too. I'm like doing these efforts, but 20 minutes is like so freaking hard, and I don't find the focus there, and I'm not listening to music. I'm just focused on the effort because it's so hard, and I don't like anything in my ears when I'm doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna get eaten by mosquitoes. I gotta move. Anyway, good day in the saddle. We'll live to tell another day and see what day 3 of the FTP stage race brings us.
All right, so it's day 3 of the FTP stage race that we're embarking on. What to report on? I'm feeling like I've done 2 days of really hard interval work, and I'm about to embark on a third one. I haven't slept good. I've been like hot in the evenings. I'm not surprised by that. Like my legs are hot, my body's hot. I weirdly feel like I'm actually getting a little bit more fit from this. Like I feel more hungry, and I'm remembering some of the things that I used to do when I was a pro. Like, you know, it's 9:30 and I'm starving, so I need to eat some food, for instance. I wake up in the middle of the night because I've drank so much water because I've been dehydrated. Like stuff that has gone away since I've been a pro has come back. My body's definitely like, hey, what the heck are you doing? So I don't know. Overall, we have a lot going on in our family. You know, nothing bad, of course, but it is super busy here, which is keeping me up, working late, getting things done, you know, helping around the house, and just, I'm not able to be in my regular routine right now. So doing FTP tests every day and combining those with like probably like a lot of you regular day stressors, well, when we break all the numbers down, look at the heart rates and stuff, we're definitely going to see some things. I think that I'm feeling like it's going to be a hard day to hold the power, and I don't think we're going to see a lot of fluctuation in my heart rate. I think my heart rate's going to be low today because I am fatigued, I am tired, and that's what the trend that I would see is. But like I've said the last couple of days, we're not going to know unless we try, and we got to hit out because in an hour, it's going to be dark. All right, so one thing that I can definitely tell is when I leave the house and I start riding, and I can like just kind of put 230, 240, maybe even more on the pedals immediately. Then there's days like today when I roll out and I'm 179 watts out the door. Heart rate's responsive, but the watts are not. Okay, 10 minutes, almost 11 in, 323. I got a 160 heart rate. That's what I got for you guys. I'm doing everything I can to keep it at 320 watts average. Heart rate's not responsive at all. When I stand up, I basically have to sit down. Oh my God. I feel absolutely wrecked. It's weird, like I don't feel as effed as the other 2 days. Like I feel beat so much so that it's like impossible to actually, like it was impossible to dig harder than I digged, because even if I tried to, like I couldn't get my heart rate to respond, which is a normal training parameter that you would like to see. You would see this. It's not even disappointing, it's just what it is. This is like, I wish I could have gone harder. I wish I could have gotten a better number. I'm actually happy as hell that I like did get that. Let's see if we can get some good sleep tonight and come back out here tomorrow and actually lay down a real number. All right, so we're just leaving. I'm so delirious for this ride that I just looked for my water bottle for about at least 5 minutes, and I would be a little embarrassed to say it was longer, but it might have been. And my water bottle was in my back center pocket. Yeah, we're about 305 average. Heart rate's still 162. Legs are killing me. 15 and a half minutes in. Whew. Gotta go. 1 minute left. Come on. Kick here. Kick. Come on. I'm proud of the effort. I really am. I'm proud of that, even though it's not even close. I barely made it through the intersection, and I've made it, you know, almost to the end of this road now. And I think you guys know this, but I'm tracking all this with my Whoop band, and I whooped like absolute crap the last 2 days. My promise to you guys is that I'm gonna sleep my face off tonight and hopefully wake up tomorrow feeling limber and ready to rock for a good day. All right, team, it's 10:51 and I'm walking my butt into bed right now. Yes, 10:51. That's 3 hours earlier than I went to bed last night. Fingers crossed. That leaves for a good day tomorrow. Good night. Hey everybody, it's day 5 of the FTP stage race. As you guys can tell, it's raining out again. I tried to leave it late today to see if I could get the rain to pass. It's not gonna pass. This might be a video on mental strength and less on the n=1 part. But let's go. I gotta go because I'm also running out of daylight. All right, this is my pre-ride to you guys. I slept all right last night. It's 58 degrees out right now and pouring rain. I got my whole setup going. I'm ready to friggin' crush this thing. I'm gonna absolutely smash this. I slept so much better last night. Showed you guys the time I was in bed, and I'm prepared. I'm focused. I'm gonna absolutely try to smash this 5th day of the FTP stage race. Oh my God. I had to shift down. Oh my gosh. Doing awesome, dude. You're doing awesome.
Almost 17 minutes in. 320 is what's on there. I'm suffering like a dog. Today's the hardest by far, but I can push. This is hard. This is like seriously hard. It's weird, like 20 minutes isn't the worst thing you've ever done. Like an hour is obviously worse, but trying to do it max on the 5th day, yeah. Get into bed early tonight. See what we get tomorrow. Day 6.
All right, guys, it is day 6 of the FTP stage race. Woke up this morning feeling like a new man. I don't know why. I've been sleeping much better. A couple nights in a row, getting into bed, promising the FTP stage race that I would get into bed earlier, and I did. It's helped a lot, and I'm feeling so much better when I woke up this morning. Yesterday was back like in fighting range, feeling like I could fight again, and then today definitely in the green on the whoop. So we know that we're gonna crush it. It's about 65 degrees today. The sun was shining all day. Did a bunch of house projects, restained some furniture. Like, yeah, we were out here, we were in the sun. So all things stay consistent. Doing this in the evening. It's about 6 p.m. right now. I have a good feeling about today. My legs, I don't know about my legs, but my body, my mind, my mind, body, all that feel really good today. So excited about what's gonna happen here. Well, you guys can hear these bees buzzing. Let's do it. Today, my heart rate out the door is very responsive. I'm riding at 130 right now, and my average is also 130. My average watts with zeros is almost 250. All right, we're climbing. 15 minutes in, 339, 165 heart rate. Man, this is just amazing. So cool. Just like the responsiveness of my heart, the lower overall like heart rate. Like I didn't even hit as high as the other days. My heart rate was only like 172, 170 something max. Didn't go up to like 176 or 177 like we had been seeing. I was able to push overall like a lot harder. The entire thing was a lot harder. And the perceived exertion is just so much lower. I don't even really feel like I went hard, which is incredible to think about. Like I feel like, and I'm not gonna do this, but that I could legitimately just go do that. Oh gosh, that I could go do that effort again if I wanted to. Like I could actually go down there and I could do a second one of those if I needed to. Like I said, I'm not going to do that, but that kind of is, 10 watts, 6 days in a row to go up 10 watts, not just anything, just in the middle of this, like pretty much untrained. I honestly think not only has my body gotten fitter from doing this, I think that just like the way that I've been sleeping and taking care of myself is a huge finding in this, that we're legitimately sleeping more, getting into bed earlier, taking better care of ourselves. We're seeing the HRV and all that stuff react. It's just phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. Okay, everybody, final day, day 7. The beautiful story of sleeping like $1 million and waking up the next day after yesterday's success, unfortunately, is not the reality of what's happened. I did not sleep badly. I just did not recover well. I obviously yesterday went really deep to be able to do that power. And even though I felt like invincible yesterday, my reign ended this morning. What does that mean? It just means that I had a day where I felt sluggish and I had a lot to do around the house. So this is at the end of my day after, like I said, every single day I did a full day's work, and then I did this just like if I was at a day, doing my workload, and then I came back home and I had to go out and crush a 20-minute FTP test. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do it like a pro, 10 a.m. every day, boom, boom, boom. No, I wanted to do it after like a full day's work. So let's get out there and do this. Boo! All right, 11 minutes exactly. 323 average, 158 heart rate. Yeah, just hurting today. I feel like I'm pedaling squares. All right, so that is day 7 in the books. I am so happy to be done. The things that you learn from doing this are the things that make it such a beautiful sport. I've learned so much in the last couple days, not just about like the physiology and the field test and the N=1, but about like what I can actually do if I set my mind to it, you know, changing from being a pro over to regular day life where you have a lot of people they answer to, you know, a lot of videos and content to create, a lot of emails, respond to, all that stuff, you know, life stuff, normal stuff. But then to be like, man, I don't have time to do an hour, but I did every single day, made an hour to come out here and go hard. And it was weirdly super fulfilling. And I learned that that's possible for me. And I also learned that you can stay fit even with all that stuff going on. It's not gonna be pretty, and it's not gonna feel the same way as it did when you did 20 plus hours a week and you were dedicating your life to a craft, but it's still really fun and super rewarding, man. I have to say that, like, super rewarding. Now, when I go lay in a bath in like an hour and die as a zombie in a coma, that's gonna be the real reward. All right, we're going downhill now. All right, so let's pick it up and talk about what happened that I saw in my data set. Let's start up with Monday. Monday, I did a 326 average power output with zeros for the entire 20-minute effort. There weren't any zeros. My average heart rate was 162 and my max was 173. Now, moving right on to Tuesday, because truthfully on Monday, I felt like $1,000,000. I was ready to rock. But on Tuesday, it was a little bit different. I did the exact same power output, 326. My average heart rate was very similar at 162. My max heart rate, though, was quite a bit higher at 177. So I was able to kind of dig a little bit. Maybe I was opened up on Tuesday. Not entirely sure. Didn't feel the same perceived exertion-wise, if I remember correctly, but I definitely was able to still hit those numbers. My max heart rate, I was going harder to be able to hit the same power, but my average heart rate stayed the same. So overall, the whole effort good. Wednesday, though, things get a little different. I was definitely feeling the effects of the 2 days before starting to creep in truly. I was not sleeping well. I was hot at night. I was really starting to feel it. I still was able to do 325 watts average for 20 minutes. But I said here, I was feeling beat. My max heart rate was only 171, but my average heart rate was way lower. 4 beats overall for 20 minutes lower. That's not insignificant. My perceived exertion also on Wednesday was super high. And it was, after looking back at it, the first day that I whooped in the red. My HRV, so all my sleeping data and everything that I was tracking, it wasn't good. I think my HRV was 33, which not good. So on Thursday, I was only able to ride 308 watts with an average heart rate of 158 and a max of 170. So I was really feeling it on Thursday. You can see that. And truthfully, all the sleeping data that we had from Whoop, my HRV was down the exact same as it was on Wednesday. It was just 2 days, way too much. That was the night that I promised you guys that I was gonna get my buns into bed earlier and I was gonna do everything that I could to get to Friday feeling a little bit more. And I was back in fighting range. After taking a ton of sleep and really reeling back from the work-life stress that I had going on, the fatigue settled down slightly and I was able to really let my body accept what I was doing to it. I think it truly was one of those things where like I slept, I took care of myself and my body was like, okay, man, we're gonna stop freaking out. We're gonna tamp things down a little bit. So I was able to average 321 watts for the 20 minutes. My average heart rate was 160, so not that much different than the 2 days before, and my max heart rate was 174. I remember my perceived exertion on Friday being slightly better. But from putting those hours in and really starting to take care of myself on Saturday, in my opinion, it was the most important day of the week, and it really solidified everything that I had going into it. Like, when you're in a stage race, you know, you're not able to control the variables. You have to get up every single morning and do the tests. But for me, I was able to control my sleep, what I was doing for myself, stretching, really taking care of myself in the 2 days leading up to Saturday. I woke up, I felt like $1,000,000. Literally, I sprung out of bed and I was like, oh, I'm feeling nasty.
my sleep score, all that stuff really, really did solidify what I was thinking. I went out there, again, at the end of the day, after doing a whole day's worth of yard work, and I really tore it up. I almost ran out of road. I went so fast up the climb. I ripped it 342 watts, which was 16 more than any of my other best days at 326. My average heart rate was the same as that first day on Monday, 163. My max heart rate was the same at 173. And more important, my perceived exertion was basically non-existent. Like, I felt like I could push for 30 or 40 minutes. I truly was not gassed at all. It didn't catch up with me until Sunday. But let's not get to Sunday yet. Let's say like Saturday, to do 16 extra watts on Saturday from the 326 to 342, to go faster up the climb, to have those variables in my heart rate almost no different than the first day, but to do 16 extra watts, that's super cool. And that tells us a couple of things, right? I'm gonna nerd out. First, either that I got stronger and perhaps, right, through muscle memory, I don't know, of my previous life as a pro, my body was able to catch up or accept what I was doing to it and allow me to do that. Or it was a combo of pulling back and really starting to control those factors like I've talked about and let me go to sleep earlier, take better care of myself, and really give love to myself and do what my body was asking it to, which was simply to recover. So I don't know, I don't know exactly, but Sunday, it wasn't meant to be. I thought I was gonna have this beautiful ending where I had this amazing sleep and I woke up and I felt like $1 million and my body was on top of it. But the truth is that it doesn't always go that way. It doesn't end up being like that in real life. It didn't end up being like that in what I put out there in this field test that I put together. Truthfully, I was not my best. I was averaging 324 watts for the entire 20-minute effort. My average heart rate was low again at 158 and my max was 171. I had a lower HRV and overall, I just didn't have great sensations on the day. I did a huge day of yard stuff again and I was really feeling it. And I definitely think it was from Saturday. I pushed it super hard. I didn't feel it in the moment, but then the next day, just like if I was in the breakaway at a big race, I ended up feeling it and it really took its toll. So that is what 7 days of FTP test looks and feels like. So one thing that I took away for me was being positive and staying upbeat despite not really feeling it. The second thing that I really took away from this was being able to test my little hypothesis about using the technology and the data that we have, especially when we look back at it throughout this video, to be able to really know which days you have to push it super hard and what days you should pull back. With sleep monitors, heart rate, power, all of that stuff, we can truly start to learn a lot about ourselves and about our bodies. And I think that we proved my little hypothesis to be true, that if you take care of yourself, woohoo, surprise, you will actually go faster up the climbs on your bike if you do a 20-minute all-out effort. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly did making it. I hope you learned something. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you thought. Thank you all so much for watching and look forward to jamming with you next time. All right, I gotta shift, so I gotta get off, put my phone down, and my arm is tired. I've got this thing on my head. People see me on the road, they're like, I'm an alien, a GoPro alien.